먼저 구름자리
mayam ngasidi sumo wrestling event chacharuba nga aduda video amasu semjarakpani mayam da sum yenghangena aduga mayam video do yengaga comment ta kai kam tawbage habdo comment ta khanganbiro aduga salai holdings private limited pu thagat pa phongtok chari event achida ai koi bu invite to birakoi mayam video singa meeting taminashi
Honorable Chief Minister and Honorable Minister.
โดนละมวยไล่ให้ก็แบบโซล่า
Hangtaga naga kanan may daman ngay.
상자는 인간이 레슬링 막하는 액션
Nadi Indrik ang nadi urana.
ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯐꯖꯕ ꯃꯨꯛꯅ ꯄꯥꯡꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯔꯕ ꯃꯇꯨꯡ ꯑꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯥꯡꯖꯩ ꯃꯈꯥ ꯂꯥꯡꯖꯩ Kaitungna jaraba jaje sawunga kalgonta nixing jage official na somdagi hartabra marmaduna koi jatra kaktang tobiro atuga mathang soda pun boina tongjarage ngasi timing na yaraktre jatra ani.
Are we ready to witness for the first time in Manipur? Well, this is just not a fight, and this is just not a ring. Well, it is, what do you say? It is Sumo wrestling! Pardon me if I announce name in the wrong pronunciation, but then and also we have the interpreter Mr. Jingsugum Victor. He's from Manipur and he's done the honor to interpret whatever the Japanese people are telling us. Otherwise, right? Thank you so much for that. And now he will show you how to become a great sumo wrestler.
こんにちは、クルンザリ。はい、それではですね、今日ははるばる日本から皆さんに相撲をね見せたくて、初めてマニプールインパールに来ました。
I sumo gidamakta hojik Japan dagi IMPHAL da lakchabani. That's what he said.
今日は、こんな貴重な機会ですので、ぜひ皆さんに日本の、伝統ある相撲をですね楽しんでいっていただければと思います。
I'm sorry. Mayam gidamta kuna sumo culture akoi gi Japan gi cultural sports hai. Mayam da kuna kudon top jage hai na khanjari.
はい。それでは、ここからですね相撲の伝統をですねちょっとそちらの原稿で読んでください。
Hauji akoi gi announcer na Japan gi culture akoi gi history sumo gi history gi maram da khatang mayam da explanation ama thum jage na khanjari.
Okay. Here is a brief history of sumo. It is said to have started about 2,000 years ago, when the first sumo match was held in the presence of the emperor. It was a match to compare strengths between two men who were named Taimanoke Haya and Nomino Sukune. Now their names are given to shrines and they are dedicated as gods of sumo. It was in the 17th century when the first Grand Sumo tournament was held. This is when the style of sumo became similar to the form we see today. Sumo has strong connections with the Shinto religion and has taken a big hold in our culture over the years. Now let's take a look at the Japanese national sport, sumo.
それではですね、日本から4人の力士を一緒に来ましたので、皆さんに登場してもらいたいと思います。それではお願いします。
Oji, Japan lagi pun dalam minaba sumo mari stage sa kakat na ba request ho jari.
Wow. So, before I announce names, I asked you guys and asked for guessing the weight of these people, the sumo wrestlers, right? So, are you ready to find out? The leader of the group, Mr. Tashiro Toyoyama, he weighs 180 kg and with a height of 6 feet and 2 inches. Then the second, we have Mr. Kumago. He weighs 145 kg and has the same height of 6 feet and 2 inches. On the third, we have Mr. Kumagai Kaiho. He weighs 110 kg with a height of 5 feet and 9 inches tall. Last but not the least, the fourth, we have Mr. Hirota Toshinyama. He weighs 140 kg with a height of 5 and 9 inches. Now, we are ready to show you what sumo wrestlers actually do in practice. First, Shiko, leg stomps. In the past, when sumo was more of a religious ceremony, the stomping had the intention of calming down the evil spirits in the ground and to wish for a good harvest. In the training today, wrestlers would do Shiko as a first warming up exercise when they appear in the drill hall every morning. The purpose is to strengthen the legs or loins and improving a sense of balance. You would do 300 times Shiko before the training and 100 times after the training. Wow! A big hand! This is the sumo wrestlers demonstrating the first exercise, that is Shiko. And next, Matawari. This will be demonstrated by two people. Look at the angle of their legs. It's about 180 degrees. Being flexible is very important in order to avoid injuries. When you have just joined a sumo stable, it is difficult to do this without someone's assistance. In that case, an elder stablemate who could be more than 100 kgs heavier would lean over the newcomer's body like what he has just shown now. It looks very severe, but it is a training every wrestler must do to get a flexible body so that he can avoid injuries on the ring. seems to be very painful. But this is what they practice every day, ladies and gentlemen. And next, we have Shuriashi. That is shuffling walk. Shuriashi will be done by, again, two people. This is the shuffling walk. This is a training to master the feet movement during the match. He gets his center of balance low and moves forward. With keeping his feet touching the ground, if you slip and fall during a match, you lose. That's why you need to well-balanced movement to become a better sumo wrestler. Shiko and Shuriashi are very basic, but important training you must do again and again every day to become a successful wrestler. The wrestlers finish the training by doing this next exercise where they crash into each other repeatedly. Butsugari Geiko. Butsugari Geiko is the last of the everyday training and is very hard and severe. Of all the moves during training, this Butsugari Geiko is the most important practice to develop into a strong sumo wrestler. It is significant for not only the wrestler who is pushing, but also the wrestler who is on the receiving end. Both of them toughen their legs and loins and get a strong mind through this move. Thank you so much to the sumo wrestlers. These are the everyday practice of the sumo wrestlers. Everyone, please give a big round of applause again for all the sumo wrestlers from Japan. Next, we explain about the rules of sumo. At sumo bout, a wrestler will win by pushing out the opponent from the ring or by getting the opponent's body, except soles of feet, touch the ground. But these are just two simple rules to win the sumo wrestling. Now, there are 82 different techniques used to win a sumo match, and they are called kimarite. Today, we will show the three most commonly seen techniques. The first, oshidashi, frontal push out. This is pushing out the opponent without grabbing any loincloth. And next, yorikiri, that is frontal force out. And this is pushing out the opponent with grabbing the loincloth. Getting a hand on the loincloth gives you a firm control to push your opponent. And finally, uwate nage, overarm throw. Uwate nage is grabbing the opponent's loincloth over his arm and throw him. These are the most common moves in sumo. There are also certain moves that are not allowed in sumo. They are called kinjite, which means prohibited technique. There are 8 kinds of kinjite, and we will show you 4 examples today. The first, intentionally grabbing of top knot or hair. Well, they are not having the original top knots because they are now retired, so the sumo wrestlers apologize to all of the people for that. They are using duplicate top knots right now. Alright. The second is striking with fist. Yes, striking with fist is foul. The third one is pushing eyes with fingers. That's the way you should not do it. And now, the fourth one, kicking. Thank you so much. Well, okay. So, Mr. Tashiro, he will be fouled and will be given as will be taken as disqualified because he has done all the kinjite moves, that is, which you cannot do during the sumo wrestling. So, finally, let me explain about certain rituals the wrestlers must perform before the match starts. This is due to sumo's connection with the Shinto religion. It is called Chirichozu. Which means a ritual gesture. So the wrestlers are showing Chirichozu. Chirichozu is ritual manners before a sumo bout, which expresses the oath to fight openly and squarely with the loincloth only, and also expressing respect for their opponent. And we have two special matches for the evening. And for the match, I would like to call upon stage the referee for the night, Mr. Kenji Tanaka.
皆さん、お疲れ様です。今日のショーは素晴らしかったと思います。今から試合を開始させていただきたいと思いますので、どうぞお願いいたします。
The fight is about to begin. And here on the opponent we have Tashiro Toyama, who is huge, with just a huge body and of 180 kg. And on the other side we just have Kumagai Kaiho with just weight of 110 kg. So it's going to be a very tough fight for Mr. Kumagai Kaiho. So let's see what happens. Whoa! So now, as the rules say, the opponent has gone out of the ring, and so the winner is Mr. Tashiro Toyama. That was all.
皆さん、今日もお疲れ様でした。最後の挨拶として皆さん登場お願いいたします。We would like to invite all the sumo for the last greeting because the sumo tournament has just closed.
So a big hand for all the sumo wrestlers again from Japan, who has shown us a tremendous and wonderful show tonight, and for demonstrating the biggest fight of the world in sumo wrestling.
Xin số 1 của máy đâu à?
Em không ai ký.
Mấy tay gì thang ta cái nào hiện kìa.
Thang ta là hiện ta này đưa vào thì cay ạ.